but they slice and dice the zombie and just kind of falls apart like in the cubes. And it's like, whoa, shit. It reminded me of the scene in Resident Evil 1, the one directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, where you have the one black man in the movie, chat, and it's like, well, you're the black guy in the horror film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, you're gonna die. And he just when he's in the laser room, it just becomes this giant fucking grid pattern, and it just like right on him, chat, and he falls into, black meat cubes. Same thing with the zombie here, the broccoli zombie. So I thought, that was pretty cool. I kind of like that. I think Paul W.S. Anderson is a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho because the zombie died in a very similar way. All right, my friends, we're going to go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty details of Yu Yu Hakusho episode 21, ending the saga that is the Four Saint Beast, okay? As you know, Yusuke, Kuwabara, Little Vegeta, Kurama, chat, they were sent by baby Jesus, all right, to go to this demon dimension to not arrest, but just straight up, I want you to fucking assassinate these guys, okay? Because they're planning an invasion of the human world using a whole bunch of bug zombies, chat. Like the bugs, they crawl inside your body into whatever orifice they can get to, and they burrow inside your brain. They take you over, chat, turn into these blue skin zombinos, all right? And baby Jesus like, can't have that. Kill those four motherfuckers. Should have killed them a long time ago. But, they were fucking quiet in their giant maze castle and everything. They had a little demon community of Jawas. No, I'm not about that shit. Take them out. And they've been taking them out, chat. All right, as we all know, Kurama, he killed Gorbanzo Bean. Gorbanzo Bean, dead. Okay? We also, chat, have, Bukaki. Bukaki, Kuwabara killed Bukaki, chat. Took him out, dead. I mean, he didn't really kill him, but, he fucked him up like multiple times. And then Szechuan Sauce, who was the other guy, he was an ice guy, chat, and he died in one episode. Kind of incompetent, right? He got pretty easy, chat. He was killed by Little Vegeta, chat. And then he also killed, Bukaki. But he's gone. And now, Yusuke Urameshi, he gets the last one because he's the leader of the quartet, if you will. And he's been fighting Link for the past, 2 episodes now. This is the 3rd episode, Chad, and the fight continues. Gotta say, not really digging the design of the character. He seems kind of boring. I mean, I get it because he's like, he's kind of like very, regal, and he's an effeminate, and he's the leader. It's like, ooh, that means like he has a lot of power. Appearances are deceiving, if you will. Where the other ones were like more monstrous and stuff. But I don't know, he seems kind of boring. I like his little female Iago though, Chad, who was always kind of like on his shoulder and always whispering to him. Clearly, is very affectionate towards him. Chad loves him and stuff, but. I've definitely enjoyed this arc. Has been really, really cool. A lot of cool monster designs, a lot of cool abilities, chat. And unlike something like it feels like obviously the series, like a lot of these type of shows, these shonen anime, they have a lot of similarities to each other. But I do appreciate that Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't spend so much fucking time on all these battles. It's like, okay, so far, this is the longest battle they've had, lasts over the course of 3 episodes. But some of these other ones, they wrap up in 2 or something. It's like 2 is a good amount, but this is the third one. This is the third one, chat. And we're right back at it, chat. Yusuke, as you know, through the power of love, chat, his love and friendship, he's regained his fucking power, chat. He was so upset seeing Botan and Kiko getting smacked around, chat. And he also thought about, Kuwabara, chat, his one-time rival and now friend. And also thinking about Kurama, chat, and Little Vegeta. He's like, I like those guys too, especially Kurama. Not as much Little Vegeta, but he's coming around Little Vegeta, chat, as we all are. He's like, you know what? I like these guys, and I got to be there for them. I realize I do have something to live for. And he gets a big old Super Saiyan power boost, chat. He's like, ah! And it's like, wow, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, but fucking Iago, she's like, oh, you ain't fucking shit. My boy still got it, don't you, Link? And I will say, chat, Link's like, holy fucking shit, how did he get so powerful so quickly? Link's he's panicking a little bit, chat. As you know, he multiplied himself into 6 other Links, so there's 7 Links now. And he's a little overwhelmed, but he's like, I could, no, I got this. Iago, yeah. And then he starts to do his torment, lightning bolt attack. And Yusuke, he just brushes that shit off like it's nothing now. It's just bouncing off him. He's created like a big old little Yusuke bubble ball. All the lightning bouncing off him at this point. And then he's like, I'm fucking done. And Yusuke uses the spirit shotgun blast, chat. It's a more evolved version of the spirit gun, which is kind of like the blast, like a pew. The shotgun goes off in different directions, and it just hits the various links, chat. It hits like 6 of the links in their tummies. They go, yeah! And they all fall down dead, chat. The thing is, though, once Yusuke uses the spirit shotgun attack, he too is also exhausted. He used a lot of his spirit energy, chat. But seemingly Link, he's been defeated. He's like, he's all fucked up at this point. But Yusuke's very tired, and he's kind of crawling the ground, chat, because when he hit Link in the tummy with his spirit shotgun blast, chat, he knocked out the ocarina, the bug ocarina. So he's got to go get that ocarina of time, chat. It's scattered across the floor, and he's crawling towards it, chat, right? But then, and also he's watching Botan and Kiko trying to escape from Professor Snape and the other teachers and other students that have been taken over by the bugs, the Mukaki bugs, or what the hell they're called. And at one point, it's rough because Botan, as she's running she has Kiko in hand, that she's running ahead, gets hit in the fucking face of a goddamn stapler, chat. Don't touch my stapler. Gets hit in the face of a fucking stapler and is just out like that. I mean, if someone just came up behind you and went, bah, and just hit you in the side of the head with a fucking stapler, you would either be knocked out, or you would just be concussed, or you'd be in so much fucking pain you would just be on the ground, not moving. And pretty much, Botan is one of those 3 things, I imagine, chat. She's not doing great. And Kiko's trying to get Botan up, chat, but Kiko, Botan's a little bit of a bigger girl. Not saying Botan, Botan's thicker than Kiko is all I'm saying. Thicker than a Snicker, if you will. And so Kiko's like, I can't get your big ass up, Jesus Christ. And so she's just there with her. But Yusuke, he keeps going towards the ocarina, chat, but then fucking Iago stands in between Yusuke and the ocarina, and she's like, you're not getting my man's ocarina of time, okay? And he's like, I will fucking kill you. Which, again, it's like, I know that Iago works with Link, and that's his pet / confidant, that's probably his only friend, really. But she just kind of has this kind of sassy kind of voice, and she's fun, and it's like, I guess she's evil, but I'm just like, I'm not too, I don't want her to die, but he's like, I will fucking kill you. And she's like, there's no way you could do that. You've expelled all of your spirit energy. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to kill, a demon with this kind of blast, but I can sure as hell fry you like a piece of chicken. And she's like, oh, Jesus. And so she's fucking freaking out. Meanwhile, we cut back to baby Jesus, who's watching this via his streaming Heaven TV, chat, and he's got the ogre there with his ogre assistant there, and the ogre assistant's like, you know what, I gotta admit, I had my doubts, and you had your doubts, baby Jesus, but Yusuke, he's really impressive here. Before, he would have just, used all of his spirit energy up at once, and he would have just went, headlong in the battles and stuff, and not been able to get a kind of control the situation. He's using his head here. And baby Jesus is like, yeah, he's not doing that, actually. He's like, what do you mean, baby Jesus? Like, no, he used all of his fucking spirit energy. I know that. But he's fucking bluffing. He's bluffing right now. He wouldn't even be able to fucking fry or singe a single feather on Iago at this point. The ogre's like, no, man, Yusuke. We eventually cut back to the trio chat of Kuwabara and Kurama and Little Vegeta. This is pretty cool. The scene transitions to them fighting this one zombie, and I forget if it might be Little Vegeta, Hiei, or Kuwabara, but they slice and dice the zombie and just kind of falls apart into cubes, and it's like, whoa, shit. It reminded me of the scene in Resident Evil 1, the one directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, where you have the one black man in the movie, chat, and it's like, well, you're the black guy in the horror film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, you're gonna die. And he just when he's in the laser room, it just becomes this giant fucking grid pattern, and it just right on him, chat, and he falls into black meat cubes. Same thing with the zombie here, the broccoli zombie. So I thought, that was pretty cool. I kind of like that. I think Paul W.S. Anderson is a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho because the zombie died in a very similar way. But they're going listen, they're in a tight corridor, chat, and they're also working up to the stairs because they're in the tower right now. And it's hard because it's so crowded, so congested at this point. And, they can only go so quickly because of just the amount of fucking broccoli boy zombies attacking them. And it's like, and they can sense the energy in the battle going on up ahead, but they can only go at a certain pace, chat, because they can't go headlong, and the broccoli zombies will start eating them and infecting them with their broccoli juices, chat. Stephanie, good to see you, Stephanie. I hope you're doing very well. But, they continue working up. Eventually, we cut back to Yusuke, and his bluff does indeed work. Iago freaks the fuck out, and she flies away. And he's about to grab the Ocarina of Time, it's the Makai whistle. That's what it's called, chat, the Makai Ocarina of Time. And he's about to grab it, chat, but then fucking Link's like, no, you don't. And he gets up, and he steps, and he fucking breaks Yusuke's hand, just crushes his hand. Yusuke's like, oh! And he's like, I still have enough energy to fucking kill you, you son of a bitch. But he's definitely exhausted. He's super, super exhausted. And he's like, I ain't finished. I ain't fucking finished. But you could tell he's taken a pretty bad beating at this point, chat. And so he just fucking kind of weakly raises his arm into the air. And all of his other, copies of himself, they all just start turning into blobbies, and they go up into the air and they go inside of him. He's like, ah, and he absorbs, and Yusuke's like, oh shit, he's absorbing their spirit energy. And then he says some magic word or something, and he completely heals himself at this point. He heals himself. And, and then he gives Yusuke a weird philosophy class. He's like, and it's like, let me ask you a question, Urameshi. If you make multiples of yourself and kill them, are you committing suicide? And Yusuke goes, you're weird. I mean, I agree with him. It's like, you're weird. And then, after he absorbs them, heals himself, he multiplies again, and he's at the same power that he had at the beginning of the fight. And Yusuke's like, shit. He's very upset. He's very upset about that. We then cut back to the trio, who then sense Link's energy and are like, oh shit, something happened. Link has the same amount of very powerful energy that he had before, and I can sense Yusuke's energy level is fading. We gotta get up there, boys. We gotta go. And they keep fighting as fast as they possibly can. Chase is hard because there's so many broccoli zombie boys up there. And at this point, Link, he starts doing his lightning bolt of torment, chat, and he's just firing off all the lightning bolt. It's like a goddamn LARPers convention, chat. And Yusuke's just getting hit by, he's getting hit by all these lightning bolts, chat, in the chest, in his tummy, in the groin area. He's like, it's not great. But the lightning bolts are all missing his heart, which is what Link is trying to hit. He's like, what the fuck? I'm very accurate. Why are we not hitting his heart? And then we get to a weird part, which I didn't remember at all, where it was mentioned. So if you look at Link, he has blonde hair, and he has these red highlights. He has these two strands of hair, if you will, chat. They're kind of right in his face like this. Like let's say they're like this or something. It's two strands of hair like that, right? And they're they're painted red, he's dyed them red. Well, apparently though, that's not hair. Those are tentacles. Those are tentacles, and he's looking at the one on his left, and apparently, chat, it's damaged. It's been cracked, and at one point, and he says no, my tentacle has been damaged, and so it's wait, is your hair your tentacles? Is your hair not really hair? And I guess he explains that I dip my tentacles hair in this liquid armor, and it's solidified and it protects them. And I guess when the tentacles, that's how he aims. He uses the tentacles to aim properly. Well, now that one of the tentacles is damaged, chat, and for some reason he can't heal it anymore, I don't know. He's derpy. And you even look at him, he can't look right. He can't look straight. Every time he's looking at Yusuke, he's always looking slightly to the left like this. And Yusuke's like, what are you looking at? He's like, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you right now. It's like, no, you're not. So Link is now derpy Link at this point. Shit, he's having some issues. But he's like, I don't care anymore. Despite not being able to see you real good, I'm just going to keep hitting you with lightning bolt. And his decision is, I'm just going to keep peppering you with lightning bolt until you die. it's like his plan at this point is death by 1,000 cuts. I'm gonna keep shooting you with as many lightning bolts as possible until you're just exhausted and in so much pain, your body just breaks down completely. That's the plan. That's the plan. While this is going on, we see on his TV screen, what he has behind him, that Kiko and Botan have been completely surrounded, chat. They've been completely surrounded. Snape is there, and they all have fucking scissors and, like, machetes and knives and shit, and they're about to murder Kiko and Botan. Chat. Botan just concussed as hell. She ain't getting up. Kiko, it's like, I can't lift her. She's too fucking fat, and she can't do it. And Yusuke sees this, and he realizes that, oh, Jesus. Like, his baby just like, yeah? He realizes that he truly does love Kiko, even though he won't say it. But he truly has feelings for her, and he thinks about all of his friends. And chat, literally with the power of friendship. Friendship is indeed fucking magic, chat. Yusuke Urameshi goes Super Saiyan. And he gets like this fucking mystical white blue aura, chat. It's almost like he goes like, what's that new Super Saiyan called? I don't know. They have so many fucking versions now. They got Super Saiyan, they got Super Saiyan 2, they got Super Saiyan 3, which no one really likes. They got God Super Saiyan, they got Blue Super Saiyan, and then there's the other one. I think it's Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan. He goes Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan, chat. And fucking Derpy Link's like, holy fucking shit. He's never sensed this kind of power before. But he figures it out, chat. He figures it out what's going on. And he realizes that Yusuke is harnessing not his spirit energy, but his life energy, chat, which you're not supposed to do. If you use that, you will die. And and fucking Link realizes, like, oh my God, he's doing the thing that I could never do because I don't have any friends, really, except for Yago, who I love, but whatever. But he's using his life. He's sacrificing himself to save Kiko and Botan, everybody else. And I can't stop this fucking energy. It's like he says, now I don't know if this holds true for the rest of the series. He says, I can't actually stop this. So he puts all that he fucking can. He's all right, I'll come in here, boys. And all of his derpy Super Saiyan boys, chat. All the various derpy links, they all combine their torment thunderbolts into one. They jump up in the air and they go to attack Yusuke. While Yusuke, he's powering up his fucking spirit gun attack. Meanwhile, at this point, finally, oh, that's the thing. Because of all the destruction that's happening around the tower, like the staircase completely breaks around it. It's all exposed and stuff. And so Kuwabara and Kurama and little Vegeta, they're all isolated on this little part of the staircase and they can't go in either direction. All the zombies are dead at this point, but they can't go anywhere. And so little Vegeta, what he does is he throws his sword into the stairwell that's like they can't get to. And then Kurama, he uses his vine whip to wrap around the sword, and they basically climb up to get up there. And then they get up there right at the point where Yusuke and Derpy Link are blasting each other with their specific attacks, chat, their respective attacks. And it's like Kamehameha and Gallic Gun, chat. It's like the end of the Saiyan arc between Goku and Vegeta. Same thing. And then this huge giant bubble of life energy just kind of continues to grow, chat. And Iago's like, oh, Link, help me. And then Iago just turns to cinders. She just fucking melts, chat. It's like, oh my God. And again, I'm like, I know she's the villain, but she's kind of like, she's kind of like just a goofy, kind of fun, sassy villain. But they straight up fucking kill her because the amount of energy in the room. She becomes fried chicken, chat. All right. She dies. And then after that, after the dust settles, after the bubble kind of pops, if you will, Kurama, Kuwabara and Kurama and little Vegeta, they're fine. They're able to take cover, I guess. But then we see Derpy Link, who's now like super derpy. He's just fucking stumbling all around. And he literally says, is like, only in my last moments do I understand friendship is magic. and he dies. And then Link finally fucking dies, chat. Meanwhile, everyone in heaven or whatever they are, the spirit world, they're all being like, they're celebrating, but they're also sad because of the death of Yusuke. Yusuke, they think, killed him. He's dead. He's like, oh, he killed himself in order to save his friends and stuff. And they're like, baby Jesus, how do you feel? And he's like, fuck him. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh, yeah, it's sad. Oh, well, what are we going to do? All right, need a new spirit detective. Baby Jesus could give a shit less. Jesus Christ. He's very Old Testament like his dad, Chad. Where's New Testament baby Jesus? My Lord, but he could give a shit less. Eventually, Kuwabara and Little Vegeta and Kurama, they all approach Yusuke, and Kuwabara's like, well, he did it, guys. He defeated Link, even though I didn't even know who he was. And they're like, and then Little Vegeta and Kuwabara are like, nah, man, it's too late. He's dying. We can actually feel his heart stopping right now. And Kuwabara he's the MVP, Chad, okay? Kuwabara, he deserves a lot more praise. All right, I hope he gets a nice young lady, Chad. I know he's lusting after Botan. Apparently, that doesn't work out. But he deserves a lot of praise, Chad, because he's like, no, Yusuke's my friend, and I'm not gonna let him die. You guys shouldn't let him die either. And it's like, listen, what do you want us to do? He's like, well, I'm gonna give him some of my own life energy. That's what I'm gonna do. It's like, if you do that, you might kill yourself. He's like, well, that's what friends do, okay? Friendship is magic. And he fucking literally, chat, puts in he expels a lot of his own life energy to save the life of Yusuke Urameshi, chat, because Yusuke was like, it's over, he's dead. But Kuwabara makes the sacrifice to give some of his life energy to him. He fucking passes the fuck out, but Yusuke does survive. And he doesn't understand this. He's still confused. He's Kurama. It's like, well, why would they do something like this? Why do humans do this? And Kurama's trying to explain to Little Vegeta, like, listen, man, you never had a family. I know you had parents at one point and they abandoned you, but never had a family. But this is what humans do. They live these very short lives, but they make these very close-knit relationships with each other because they don't have that much time, and they love each other. And I've been able to experience that before. I was like you, I didn't understand it, but I've experienced that, and that's the amazing thing about humanity. Despite only having a few years, a few decades, they live these full lives with each other. And Little Vegeta's like, I don't understand that. Well, I'll never be like that. And he goes, well, you say that now, but you never know what might happen, my friend. You never know what might happen. So clearly setting up that Little Vegeta is going to become a lot nicer, Chad, and he's going to find something to truly love, just like Kurama has, Chad, with his mom and his dad. But then Eventually, we cut, chat, and Yusuke is resting in bed. He's recovered, chat. He wakes up, and Kuwabara is just standing. He's actually sitting right next to him. He goes, no! And he's like, hey, you finally woke up. And Kurama's there, too. Little Vegeta's not there. He's like, I don't care about him. He's like, you clearly care. But, and Yusuke's like, well, where am I? He's like, you're in my room right now. You've been asleep for 3 days. And he's like, oh, well, thanks, Kuwabara. I appreciate it. What happened to Link? Derpy Link, he died. But he did learn that friendship is magic. Well, that's good to hear. But, and then fucking Yusuke starts panicking. He's like, what happened to the world? Is the world okay? It's like, well, school's canceled for the week. The school got completely messed up. They're going to relocate us right now. And a lot of the city's messed up, too. But they're rebuilding, Yusuke. It's because of us. We did it. And Yusuke's like, well, what about Botan and Kiko? And like Kurama and Kuwabara are like, he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Say something. Say something. What happened to them? What happened to Botan and Kiko? Tell me where they are. And then they just fucking walk into the door and they go, hi guys. And it's Botan and Kiko. And you're matching. He's like, oh. He's like, oh. Yusuke, I know you cared. I always knew you cared. He goes, well, it's good to see you guys okay, but you shouldn't worry me like that. And then Kuwabara starts laughing. We thought to play a little joke on you. We pretended that they were dead to make you feel like a piece of shit. And I'm like, that was a shitty thing to do, Kuwabara. Even Kurama's like, I'm sorry, Yusuke. He told me to keep quiet and to do that. And it was pretty funny. It's like, God damn it, Kurama. But you get the sense they're becoming good friends at this point. But then after that, Botan's like, listen, Yusuke, I think you should go talk to Kiko. She has a lot of, she wants to talk to you, okay? And, we did some girl bonding, even though she called me fat that one time and it made me mad. It's okay. We're getting better. Just respecting boundaries. But I feel like you should go be with her right now. And so then Yusuke and Kiko, she's like walking ahead of him slightly at this point. She's not really saying anything. She's been a little standoffish. And Yusuke's thinking to himself, he's like, oh, God, she's probably so mad, doesn't know what the fuck's going on at this point. And he's about to tell her, and then he goes to Kiko. He's like, Kiko, let's just stop walking. Listen, I know you're mad at me, but everything is happening, and if I would even try to explain anything to you, you wouldn't believe me. So if you gotta do what you gotta do, you want to slap me in the face right now. Use all 5 fingers. Oh, bah! Just do it already. And it looks like she just stares at him, and she just rears fucking back, Chad, like right up, open palm slap, and then she goes, listen to me, okay? I'm not a fucking idiot. Botan explained everything to me, okay, while you were asleep for those past 3 days. All right? Why didn't you just tell me the honest truth about what's been happening this entire time? It's like, yes, I know it's fantastical, but I've literally been getting visions of you only a few months ago, where you told me to kiss you and you magically fucking woke up. You were dead. You were a goddamn corpse. So I'm not stupid, okay? Just treat me with some respect, all right? I care about you, and I know you care about me. Let's just be honest with each other. And he's like, okay. And it's like, why didn't they just do this? Why didn't they just fucking do this like many episodes ago? And then he's like, oh, okay, well, I wanted to protect you. I just wanted to protect you. I didn't tell my mom. She's like, I'm not your alcoholic mother, okay? I mean, she doesn't know what the fucking day of the week it is, all right? I can handle it, all right? I'm a girl, but that doesn't mean I can't handle shit. It's like Jesus. You sexist. And then she keeps walking away. He's like, I'm sorry. And that, my friends, is my scene by scene breakdown chat to Yu Yu Hakusho episode 21. Kiko knows shit now, which I'm very happy about, chat. Super duper happy about. Woo! I hope you like it. It was a good episode, too. Good way to end the 4 Saint Beast arc, chat. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. Yusuke growing as a person, chat. Really getting in touch with his emotions, chat, while also improving his physicality. I like it. That was some bullshit. The bird gets blasted to sinners, but Suzaku still gets to die. Oh, pretty. Yeah, he does. Poor Iago just burned away. Oh, it was pretty funny. Oh, my Lord. It's a good time, chat. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review, my friends.